ready, guys?
Yep.
Thank you. Good morning, Unity. Welcome, everybody, and please sing along if you remember the Beatles.
Love, 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 love. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. love, love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. Nothing you can be that isn't been meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need.
All you
Need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. 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 Love is all you need.
Good morning, everyone, on this very kind of almost snowy day. You trekked out and you are here, and I just want to welcome you. I'm so glad that you're here, and we welcome everyone who are tuning in via live stream. Good morning to you as you sit home in front of your fireplace with your coffee. Oh, it is my joy to be here today, and Ron, I'm going to put you on the spot. There's someone that I used to fly with at Eastern Airlines here today. Ron, would you stand? Can we love you up? This is a pilot. "30 years ago today, we were out walking the picket line at Eastern Airlines, Union Girl. We marched together, and Ron was a pilot, and I was a flight attendant, and we just had a grand old time. And yes, we have lots of stories. You can just keep those, just like that, Ron. I'm kidding. Oh, it's so good to be here. So let's take a deep breath together. Yeah, let's take a deep breath and just let our body know that this is our time to just simply be. And just relax and be in this present moment. So just allow the chair beneath you to fully support your body as you sink into it, and open your heart and your mind to being blessed by spiritual community. How sweet it is to come together in unity. And so we just breathe into the love that lives here at Unity of Gaithersburg. And we allow ourselves to be uplifted and inspired, and to leave here today in a deeper knowing and claiming of the truth of what we are. Precious, divine, whole, amazing beings. And for this time together, we just feel the gratitude overflowing. And so it is. Amen. Amen. So is there anyone with us this morning for the very first time? If you're with us for the first time, just raise your hand and just keep it raised. And one of the ushers will come and bring you a welcome packet. We'll give you some love. We're so glad you're here. And if you would like to be added to our Friday afternoon online newsletter, which gives you the scoop of everything that's happening here at Unity of Gaithersburg, and there's a lot, we'll just take your email from that card. If you fill it out and put it in the offering bag, we'll just add your email to that list. So let's stand and sing a song together, Out Beyond. Out beyond ideas of right and wrong,
ideas of right and wrong. There's a field, I'll meet you there. A field of love, a field of forgiveness, a peace that passes understanding. Out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there. Out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there. Out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there. A field of love, a field of forgiveness, a peace that passes understanding. Out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there.
So take a moment to greet your neighbor, offer a handshake, and ask for a hug. I love Please make your way back to your seats.
Out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there. Out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there.
A field of love,
A field of
forgiveness, a peace that passes understanding. Out beyond ideas of right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there. There's a field, I'll meet you there.
Please be
Thank you, music team. And good morning, everyone. How is everyone? You good? Good to be here. My name is Brett Savage, and this week's transformational opportunities, which I will share this morning, are detailed in our community newsletter. You can receive next week's edition by sharing your email with us. So before going on, we ask that you please take a moment to silence or completely power down your cell phone devices so that we don't have any interruptions during the service. Thank you. I'll give you a moment.
Okay, Reverend Cheryl will be starting a Sunday message series today, lasting throughout March, which will be based on the book Nonviolent Communication, A Language of Life by Marshall Rosenberg. So please join us each Sunday morning as we explore how to communicate mindfully from compassion and love. This promises to be an expansive and heart-opening time together. Books are available in our bookstore after the service. Secondly, join Edie Crane as she teaches a 4-week course on Tuesday evenings in March called Listening from the Heart. Where's Edie? Edie's in the back there, yeah. Quiet right now. One of the most precious gifts we can offer one another is our unconditional presence and attention. So come learn how to listen to ourselves and to others, and how that ability creates peace and compassion and deepens our awareness of our true nature. We are looking at a minimum of 8 participants in order for the course to go on. Is that correct, Edie? We have achieved our minimum. Minimum has been required. So it's going on, right? A suggested love offering of $60 is requested. So if you would still like to attend, sign up online or on our website, unityofgaithersburg.org. Oh, this is a fun one. Our youth and family ministry, St. Patty's Day, Luck of the Irish Chili Cook-Off is Sunday, March 17th, right after service. So, who cooks chili? Show your hands, yeah. You're a chili cooker? I mean, I don't mean bought chili, I mean you do your own chili, right? Because I buy chili. So, for those that do chili, cook up your favorite chili recipe, and participants will vote for their favorite using their dollars. This is a fun and tasty fundraiser for our youth program. Sign up in the back of the sanctuary for the chili or side dish you will bring. Spice levels or what? Your spice level? Medium spice level for your chili? Mild. Any spice? I'm a spice person. Forget mild. Lastly, who judges this? Judges by the dollars, right? You judge using your dollars. Good. Okay. Lastly, the Big Spring Prosperity Fling online auction. I love saying that. The Big Spring Prosperity Fling online auction is coming up soon. So reach out to Carol Plummer. Where's Carol? Carol's up front here. If you would like to be a part of the auction team, we will be taking donations starting next Sunday, March 10th. So we ask you to think about what new items you want to contribute. If you would like support in how to solicit donations, there will be a Q&A, question and answer session that includes role plays after service next Sunday. Okay? You got that? If you need help figuring out that. This is a fun and prosperous event. Was this our 3rd year? Yeah, our 3rd year here at Unity of Gaithersburg, and all support is welcome. Thank you. And now please center yourselves as we reflect together on today's daily word. And our focus for today, communication. Our affirmation, I communicate with love and clarity. I can communicate with others in many different ways, through my words and gestures, or by writing, texting, or speaking. Communication connects us all. I ask myself, when I communicate, am I open and friendly, or am I harsh or brash? Am I clear or vague? Do I make eye contact or look away? Am I affirming and agreeable or critical and hurried? I consider how I communicate and mindfully direct my attitude. Every interaction with another is an opportunity for a blessing. I choose to communicate from the love in my heart. I choose to be friendly and cooperative, open to others' ideas, and share my own ideas with non-attachment and clarity. I am accepting and kind as I express the divine love I am. And from the book of Job 33:3, my words declare the uprightness of my heart, and what my lips know, they speak sincerely. And now let us prepare for meditation by singing All Is Well.
As I close my eyes and the world disappears, I can feel my breath rise and fall. There's a light inside that dispels all my fears, and I hear a gentle voice call. All is well, all is well, all is well, all is well, all is
So let us take a deep breath together. And as we settle into this time of meditation, I invite us to begin by following the movement of our breath, moving in and moving out. Simply begin to notice the air as it enters your body and as it exits your body, in that flow of moving in and moving out. Allow your focus to be on the movement of the breath instead of any thoughts that might be distracting. And if your thoughts are distracting, just gently, without judgment, return your focus to the movement of the breath. And as you follow the movement of the breath, notice your body relaxing, your shoulders dropping, relaxation coming over your physical body as you release any tension with every exhale. Let us focus the breath into our heart center. So just breathe into your heart, the area of your physical heart. And today we're going to call forth the compassion that lives in our heart. Compassion is our nature. It is a dimension of the love that we inherently are. And so I just invite you to bring to your mind's eye something that evokes compassion for you. Maybe it's an animal, a baby, someone in need. Just let something come to your mind's eye easily. Where do you feel compassion in your life? And just notice as you breathe into your heart space what that feels like for you. What does compassion feel like? Does it evoke emotion? Tenderness? Love? A feeling of warmth and friendliness? Just notice what it feels like for you to feel compassion. What does it feel like for you to express compassion in your life? For this is a way that we give from our heart of love. And so as we move now into a time of silence, I invite you to continue to allow your beautiful heart of love to feel compassion, to envision yourself expressing compassion as a way to give from your heart in the silence. So we take a deep breath now into our heart. Awareness of the compassion that lives within our heart is the first step to expressing it in our actions, in our words, and all the ways that we communicate, in all the ways that we express with each other. Our world is calling for us to be compassionate with each other, regardless of how we might differ in belief or expression. As we become aware of the compassion we are, we can more readily express it from our hearts of love. So let's just breathe into our hearts. And for our love and for our compassion, how grateful we are. And so it is. Amen.
knowing all is well. All is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. All is well. This song was written in the late 60s, about the time of the height of the Vietnam War. And if you know it, please sing along. We'll probably have trouble syncing up to the pictures, but I just thought the images were beautiful. So let's try, Jim. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? All the flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
cannot go without these. Breathe together. So there was a couple that drove down a country road for several miles, not saying a word. And an earlier discussion had led to an argument, and neither of them wanted to concede their position. As they passed a barnyard of mules, goats, and pigs, the husband asked sarcastically, "Relatives of yours?" "Yep," the wife replied, "in-laws." This is exactly the kind of conversation that we're going to talk about not happening on a frequent basis. So here we are in the midst of the season for peace and nonviolence, and it just felt like a good time for us to delve into this powerful work by Marshall Rosenberg, Nonviolent Communication, a Language of Life. It was a class that I took in ministerial school. It was a week intensive, and boy, did it ever turn us inside out. Because it seems that when we start to look at how we communicate, especially when we're in conflict, well, does it ever reveal what's hiding in there? And so I wanted to do a talk series on this. So we'll be talking about this throughout March and maybe continuing just to see how we're doing with it. But I wanted to start out by talking about Arun Gandhi, who was Mohandas Gandhi's grandson, because that's how the book begins. And it talks about Arun's childhood growing up in South Africa during apartheid in the 1940s. And what was happening to him was he was ridiculed and beaten daily by black youths who thought he was too white, and white youths who thought he was too black. It was debilitating and humiliating for him, and this humiliation started to turn into a rage. He was so frustrated. So at the age of 13, Arun's parents said, "You need to go spend some time with your grandfather, Mohandas Gandhi." So they sent him to India to spend time with his grandfather, Mohandas Gandhi, who we know was Mahatma Gandhi, to learn how to deal with his feelings, the anger and the frustration. And he ended up staying with his grandfather for 18 months. And he learned so much from him. He learned during that time a deeper understanding of violence and how it shows up in each of us. We're all violent. And he learned about that. And a major obstacle to healing is that we don't recognize that we're violent. We don't really want to admit that we're violent because we think about it in the context of war. You know, that's not us on a day-to-day basis. So how is it that we are violent? So Gandhi had his grandson, Arun, do an experiment to illustrate the point. So he had him draw a family tree of violence using the analogy of a genealogical tree. And so Gandhi told him that he would have a deeper appreciation of nonviolence once he could understand and acknowledge the violence that exists in the world overall. So Arun's assignment was to observe all of his daily life activities, all that he experienced, all that he read, all that he saw and did with and to others. And at the end of each day, he was to categorize them on the tree under physical violence or passive violence. I think we know what physical violence is, but passive violence is the violence that generates hurt, that is more emotional, that is more underlying. And it shows up in our world as bullying, as gossiping. You know, when we go out in the parking lot and we triangle and we don't go directly to people if we have something that has upset us. Ignoring, teasing, prejudice, labels, judgments, our body language, our facial expressions, passive behavior such as, covert control, manipulation, silent treatment. So Arun noticed these ways of expression and wrote them all down, and his grandfather taught him that passive violence is what ignites physical violence. It fuels the fire of unhealed anger that then goes on to fuel physical violence. And we just don't want to admit to ourselves that we're violent, but we must, according to Gandhi. Unless we become the change we want to see in the world, no change is going to take place. And so often, we expect the other person to change first, don't we? Yeah. But nonviolence is strength. It's the way of love, and it's what Gandhi referred to as our natural state of compassion when violence has subsided from the heart. It's a way of being in the world that calls forth our compassion and our love. Because we know that peace can never be accomplished through fear. It can only unfold through love, through giving from our heart. And so Arun Gandhi said it this way. He said, nonviolence means allowing the positive within you to emerge, to be dominated by love, respect, understanding, appreciation, compassion, and concern for others, rather than having self-centered, selfish, greedy, hateful, prejudiced, suspicious, and aggressive attitudes that usually dominate our thinking. He said the world is what it is because we've made it that way. If it's ruthless, it's because we have made it ruthless by our attitudes. If we change ourselves, we can change the world. And changing ourselves begins with changing our language and how we communicate. Yeah, so Marshall Rosenberg talked about how compassion is our nature. And we talk about that in unity because we're inherently divine. And compassion is an expression of the divine love that we are. And it's really our nature to give compassion and love. So, how have we lost our way? Marshall Rosenberg talks about how we communicate, which is defined by speaking and listening. And this especially comes into play when we're in conflict. So nonviolent communication is how we speak and listen from a place of connection versus separation. It allows the love that we are to inherently flow. But boy, isn't it tough when we're in conflict? You know, when we need to have a difficult conversation with someone, we feel defensive, someone's hurt us, and we want to heal it. We want to still be in relationship, but how do we communicate? How do we bridge that gap of separation that we're feeling? We have to move out of those passive ways that we've learned to protect ourselves. Can any of us relate to how we self-protect? I love that about the silent treatment. My family was masterful of the silent treatment. I knew I was in trouble. Or when I heard, Cheryl Ann, get in here. Now, we weren't exactly taught how in school to communicate with each other when we were in conflict, much less express our feelings. So what nonviolent communication does, it's broken up into 4 components, and we'll talk about this. The first component of nonviolent communication is, so let's say I'm in conflict with you. The first step is that I would come to you and I would express what happened without interpretation. You know how sometimes we use those words like, oh, you always do this. Or I've talked to you 1,000,000 times about that. Is that accurate? Is that fact? Yeah. What nonviolence nonviolent communication has us do is to get to what's really happening so we can communicate, so someone can really communicate, this is what you're upset about. And then the second step, and we're going to talk about this more, it's really a skill to cultivate, is how are you feeling? How do you feel about what happened? You know, we also don't have a dictionary of what feelings are. I feel like you just left me. That's not a feeling. I feel hurt. I feel frustrated. So nonviolent communication has us learn how to authentically express our feelings. It has us be mindful of how we're feeling so that we can communicate it to another person. So that nonviolent communication is about getting our needs met. And the third component of nonviolent communication is expressing our needs. Well, that's vulnerable. It's all about getting our needs met. And the fourth is, now I have a request of you. So these are the steps, and how we go about it is what we're going to be learning and talking about. And one key component is how we listen. And so I really recommend that you take Edie's class on listening, because it's a skill and it's an art to be able to really listen to each other with an open heart, with the intention of, I want to create harmony with you. I might be angry with you, we might be in conflict, but how can we bridge that gap from where we are to where we want to be? And that is nonviolent communication. And when we do that, it brings joy. It brings connection. It brings authenticity and vulnerability. And folks, and I know I say this a lot, but when we look out in our world, how we communicate with each other on Facebook, I just invite you this week to start looking at how we communicate with each other. Is it nonviolent? No. Yeah, because we want to be right. You know, so the world is calling us to approach our communication with each other in a different way. And another thing that I'll say that I'm passionate about is in spiritual community. Because one thing that can hurt a spiritual community is when a community gossips or when people aren't communicating directly with each other. And so a healthy spiritual community is a community that can communicate with each other from love, from the compassion in our hearts. So, how you doing? Are you ready to take this journey of learning how to communicate nonviolently with each other? Because I tell you, it does wonders in partnerships and marriages with parents and children in our workplace. It's an amazing tool. All right, so this week I'm just going to invite you to start noticing communication, how you communicate, how people communicate with you. Notice it on social media. Notice, is that passive violence? Is that loving? Is that compassionate? And then I invite you to sign up for Edie's class. She's awesome. So let's affirm together. I give from my heart. I am the change I wish to see in the world as I communicate nonviolently. Bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Cheryl. And we look forward to hearing more about this message series and from Reverend Edie during the month of March. And now this is our time to give from our unlimited abundance and open hearts. As you prepare to place your tithe or consistent giving card in the offering bag or give online as you join us via YouTube, here is some prosperity wisdom from Celebrate Yourself by Eric Butterworth. Change your consciousness, dissolve your prejudices, and heal your fears. Live the truth and achieve an effective life and become an effective instrument of love and harmony. You can become a center of love. Enough centers of love around the world will build bridges of communication and peace. Love is the answer. Let us now affirm our offering blessing together. Divine love, I am. Blesses and multiplies.
I am singing of tomorrow. I am singing of love. I am singing someday one will reign throughout this world of ours. I am singing of love from the heart.
Es una historia de mañana. Es una historia de amor. Es una historia que amor reinará por nuestro mundo. Es una historia de mi corazón.
There are songs to make you smile, there are songs to make you sad, but with a happy song to sing, it never seems so bad. To me came this melody, so I had to write in words how I feel. Tomorrow will be for you and me. I am singing of tomorrow. I am singing of love. I am singing someday love will reign throughout this world of ours. I am singing of love from my heart. I'd start singing someday love will reign throughout this world of ours. Let's start singing of love from the heart. Let's start singing of love from the heart. Let's start singing of love from the heart.
Let's stand and sing in our youth. I've got you, I've got me, I've got us coming together. I've got you, I've got me, I've got us
Coming together, one heart, one mind, one love. Coming together, coming together, coming together.
I'm sorry.
Together, coming together. One heart, one mind, one love. Coming together.
Thank you. I'm going to let them do all the talking because my cold's over, but my voice is leaving as well. So,
I put my energy into creating peace, and peace shows up more in my life.
Yes. That's right. Wow. So let's stand and bless our children. Together, you are the light of the world. Live as the light. Let's join hands and sing our peace song. Bless you.
Can I make a real quick announcement? We're putting a team together to help Lauren. She's coming back home, and we're going to try to do some more active work with her cancer. So there's a sign-up sheet over right by the clock. If you want to sign up to help with food or just keeping her company, she's going to be home starting on Monday. Thanks. Ready?
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I am singing of tomorrow. I am singing of love. I am singing someday love will reign throughout this world of ours. I'm singing of love from the heart.
Es una historia de mañana. Es una historia de amor. Es una historia que amor venera con vuestro mundo. Es una historia de mi corazón.
There are songs to make you smile, there are songs to make you sad. But with a happy song to sing, life never seems so bad. It became this melody, so I tried to put in words how I feel. Tomorrow will be for you and me. I am singing of tomorrow. I am singing of love. I am singing someday love will reign throughout this world of ours. I am singing of love from a heart. Let's start singing someday love will reign throughout this world of ours. Let's start singing of love from our heart. Let's start singing of love from our heart. Let's start singing of love from our heart.